Hi, it's Kate, and I'm here to talk to you about evaluate alternatives in the DA portion of the Kepner-Tregoe tablet app. In decision analysis, two parts of evaluate alternatives will look slightly different from when you learn them in your workshop. Those are screen alternatives through the musts and compare alternatives against the wants. Let's go ahead and take a look. When recording decision analysis in the app, you will create a decision statement, you will create objectives, and you will also create measures for each of those objectives that you've identified. Next, you will classify the objectives into musts and wants by selecting a drop-down and selecting an M or W. Next, you are going to weigh the wants by selecting a number or the M from the drop-down. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to generate alternatives. Generate your alternatives, then things are going to look a little different. When you screen alternatives through the musts, you only want to enter supporting information for must objectives, even though there are add entries for want objectives. Enter your information, select Save. Select whether that is a go or no-go for each must and alternative. And then you're going to select an overall screening status, whether or not that alternative meets the must requirements. Select that, click Next, and you're going to do the same thing for the next alternative. Screen through the musts. Clicking Next again will keep taking you through all of your alternatives. Compare alternatives against the wants is where it starts to look a little different. Notice that the alternatives are grouped on the left-hand side underneath the objective and measure. The logic in looking at the performance of alternatives against one objective at a time is very familiar to you. It's just laid out a little different. So how do you enter information? Must objectives are clearly labeled with a red M. The information you previously entered in screen alternatives through the must is pulled through. For each must, enter a 0 for a score. This will ensure that the weighted scores and then future screens are appropriately pulled through. Next, you're going to look at your weights. You're only going to enter information that has a status of pass. If it has failed, don't put any information in. For pass, put your supporting data in for all of your alternatives. After you've done that, find the one that performs the best, enter the score of a 10, then score the other ones. Tap Next to view the compiled information and select the best performer. Use your finger to scroll across the screen to see the alternative name, screening status, and total weighted score. Now, you only want to consider alternatives that have a screening status of pass. Find your best performer and you're going to want to copy and paste. Double click, click Copy, select Add Entry, do a hard press, and paste. You're going to want to make sure you copy and paste so it records the score appropriately and shows up later in the screen. After you've done this, go ahead and click Next. Then you'll move on to identify adverse consequences. That's it for today. Until next time.